them.
Yes,
example,
yes.
if a man is an only son in his family. Hello?
I'm here, Chinasa, I'm with you.
Okay, now, he's an only son, and then he has a son. He will be forced, his parents will be forced to marry for him early. So they start raising children for them. Such things happen.
Oh, not my network. No. Chinasa, please call back. The truth of the matter is, I can't sit here and say, oh, you get married at this age. Do you not get married at this age? People get married in their 20s. I've seen guys get married in their 20s. In fact, I think the trend of getting married early is back. Lately, I have witnessed guys who were not up to 30 settling down. It was more like, I want to be married before 30. Young guys. So, late 20s, early 30s. But they say, if you're 35 and you're still single, you have a job. What are you waiting for? Go and marry! What are you waiting? Oh, you want to be floricking. That's how they say it. You want to be, is it floricking or floricking? You want to be floricking around. I don't know, leave me alone. You want to be, go and marry. And this guy is telling you, well, I haven't seen the person. Just pick one and marry, Joe. You're too picky. You're too this. You're too that. Just marry. Nobody's perfect. I had a friend who got married at 40-something. And for him, he felt that was the right time. Maybe if he had gotten married earlier, it would seem like, okay, maybe he would have been out of the marriage. Because some people, they're particular about not rushing in and then rushing out. Now, in our society, the idea is to marry before having children. But there are people that have children and they are not yet married. They have children and they're not yet married. In fact, I know some older people who are yet to get married and they still had children at old age. Yes, people in their 50s. Men, women, no husband, no wife, and they're having children. So, for them, marriage does not dictate to them when and how to have children. They will have children whenever they want to. But this is a case of you're literally old. Are you going to be there long enough for your child? When your child needs you? If a man is 70-something, and let's assume that he has a wife, should they still be thinking reproduction at that age? Looking at the fact that this man already has all the children. For instance, if my dad got married now, am I expecting him to still have children at 60-something? I'm just saying. Am I expecting him? So am I supposed to be at my age and I have a younger one who is like how many months old? And I'm like, oh, hi guys. I probably come on air, turn on my microphone, say, hi guys, what's up? I'm so happy today. So you know what? I have a younger brother now. I have a baby brother. Really? Like, really? Hello. So my baby's uncle or auntie is, okay, hold on. Let me say right. My baby is older than my uncle or auntie. My mom recently got married, by the way. Yes, she got married in the month of May last year. All right. And my siblings are all adults, but one. Okay. The list is about, should be about 14, 15 years. So if my mom married when she got married, and now she calls me and says, guess what? I just gave birth. How am I supposed to process that information? I'm like, okay, so I dealt with the fact that I have like how many younger ones? All right, that's fine. So wait, you got married and you still chose to have children. So what was the plan? Like, why are you still having children? Because the man you're obviously married to has his own children. You have your own children. So what is the point? So there are different instances, all right? There are people that were married together for years. They've had all their children. And at old age, they just discovered, boom, the wife is pregnant again. she gives birth. And the last born, the age difference between in fact, the elder ones have all married, given birth, so the last one in the house is literally a baby. And you hear people say, I am 10 years older than my uncle. Am I supposed to still call him uncle? Or I am 5 years older than my auntie. Am I supposed to still call her auntie? Or small auntie? Or baby auntie? I don't know. I mean, you guys, I think I've painted enough pictures on how dicey it can get. Zion is calling from Jari. Welcome, Zion. Talk to me.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Child birth at old age has a lot of negative impact on the child. There are so many deficiencies that will be identified in the life of the child.
Okay.
One, they will be introverts.
Introverts?
Two, yes. Two, they will lack the ability of cognizance. Above all, most of them can be very wise with the old man sense in them because they grew up in that environment.
Okay.
But for the younger people, you feel a balanced vitality in groups. You see the stability, which means from both age, you see the balancing. The father is there active and agile. The mother is there active and agile. You see that the child is not growing in between. You see that the child will not only tilt one side, but on both sides. I'm talking about on a normal ground, though.
Okay.
Not just you say, man, go pregnant, girl, run, come out. No, look at that one. I'm talking about a balanced environment. But let's flip this discussion. Look at our mothers and our fathers. When did they get married? Very young. Some of our mothers got married at the age of 12. Of course, some at the age of 17, 18, and the rest. And you see the way they raise up the children. Let's come to look at it on this present age. Do you know that raising up children takes a lot of energy, a lot of efforts? If you are not strong and agile, you can't take care of these children. You will end up frustrating those children, and them making choices will be so difficult because your age cannot comprehend to them. They bring assignments for you to attend to. You cannot discuss with the father. But when you are old, they look at you as an old man. Let's be honest. That thing is there. That cycle is there. So to grow a child in a balanced environment, psychologically, physically, mentally, and otherwise, they need younger parents. Let me be honest to you. Even at age 45, it's getting so delicate. Do you know the energy it takes to raise up a child? Can you wake up in the middle of the night when you are old? Can you attend to the way their body is hot? They are crying, they are screaming for just no reason. If you are not mentally fit, if you are not young like us, I mean, when they go gym, with the gym, with the carry this, you can see that sometimes you ask them, go to your room. True false. Why you ask them to go? You want to rest. You don't want this money because their pressure is a jam in your brain. You think how to buy fuel, how to go work, how to take this bill. I want picking they cry, they disturb you. If now, if you are old, wait. Look at the precedents our parents set for us. Be young. That is why when I see most of these our young boys and especially our girls, I'm into hook up, I'm doing this. I say, look, you are wasting your age. The time you should spend thinking to raise your family, you are taking drugs, you are kidnapping people, you are causing problems. Can you use this time to sit down? Do you know that the only asset God gives to us is our children?
Really?
This is Zion.
All right, let's hear from Andy from Rukwaku. Hi, Andy. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Happy Ladies' Day, Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. I have a question before I start saying something.
Go ahead.
If anybody wants to say that children at old age, I want to ask him, when I speak.
You know that was a peculiar situation.
When we're talking about Mary, don't you believe Abraham? Everybody was thinking
now look this way. Andy, look this way. Abraham lived for how many years? I mean, the life expectancy now there are forefathers living 100 years and the rest. So if you have that 100 some years, still have 100 more years more. Now people are dying pretty young, 50 something. In fact, people in my late father's age bracket, we're dying 50 something. Only a few were getting up to 60 or even crossing the 60-year mark. 56, 55, 57, 58, 59. So if you start having a child at 50, it only means that by 56, your child is now fatherless.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's leave about Abraham issue. Do you know that in our present time, there are people that have gotten married for 20 years, 25 years, no issue?
Yes, exactly. I said it at the beginning.
Okay, so what I'm saying in essence is, we are only operating on the aspect of grace.
Okay.
Everybody has his own grace.
Okay.
So what is going to work for you may not be what will work for another person. And don't forget also that the Bible said, as a Christian I am, there is power in words.
Okay.
So I think as an individual, if I get married and at the end of the day I don't get to have issues at that moment, and after 30, 40 years, God gives me, even if I'm old, technically He will make a way for me to train that child.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Daniel from Transamadi. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Daniel. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think for me, if you're married, there is no issue in terms of fertility. You have no business bringing any child when you are 50 years. 50 years. The moment a man is up to 50 years, I don't see any rationale that you want to have a kid again. In fact, I don't buy to that idea. Let's leave Abraham. That is the time of Abraham. This is our own time. So meaning 70 years, if God gives you 70 years, your child will be 20 years old. 40 years, it's but it can stay at 43, 42, give a better child. But 50 years, I don't see a reason why any man will even think of it. For me, it's good to get married on time, but getting married on time should be wise. Because sometimes when I see people on social media, get married earlier, at the same time, getting it there, some of them is rushing out.
Rushing out. Okay.
Because it's not just going into marriage.
So now, hold on. Now, you just talked about the fact that people get married, they waited for years, they got to 50, they didn't have a child, they shouldn't bother. What if they already had children before? And at old age, they did what married people do, and a child got in. What should they do?
I think at old age, you will do what married people do, get child. I don't think at old age. Scientifically, I don't think it's possible.
Really?
Yes. Scientifically, I don't think it's
people
possible.
Are getting pregnant at 50-something. Women are getting pregnant at 50-something, 40-something. Men are still very active at 70-something. They can still pregnant a woman.
Man can do it even at 80. I'm not arguing for, but women are afraid of it.
Well,
but if they happen, the numbers are very small.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Hello, Denise. You can get married at your mid-30s and have your very first child at 50 due to delayed birth arising from fertility issues. I have come to accept life the way it comes after I am done putting in my best at old age. If your child is still young, it could be a blessing. Bernard from Port Harcourt. Sorry, I said the earlier message due to typo error. No problem at all. Prince, Itari Prince from River says, good afternoon. Please, I want to inform you that marrying at the age of 20 is good, but you should know that ladies have made us to understand that if you don't have money, don't go close to them. And for me as a man, I can't advise anyone to get married when you don't have even up to 100K in your account. Marriage is not something you just wake up and jump into. And I know the economy and how the country is messed up. If I must marry, I must be well-to-do, so nobody should pressure you to do what you're not supposed to do. Black Tribe says, you took the words out of my mouth that your aunt, now my baby auntie. The one I hate most is when someone is given birth and her mother is also given birth, what would they be calling each other? Oh my goodness. Really? Really? Mommy, please don't give birth. I mean, we are many. We are enough. How many of us now? Five of us are enough. Don't try to give birth again. Trust me. I will not even say, we'll come and do work for you. Marrying early isn't the challenge. Staying married is. However, I'm a fan of marriage. When I made my decision, I was so small that I never got support from my family. It's beautiful when you grow with your children. For me, the beginning was though, because I barely knew my wife and had understanding of marriage. With time, I blended. It's 9 years today, and it's all beautiful. We bless God. Tamino, send that in. Tammy, I beg your pardon. Good afternoon. Disadvantages of having children at older age. Children born by older parents in most cases have an awkward look that makes it difficult for people to know their real age. They sometimes look dry in appearance. This is in over 60% cases. Really? Economy-wise, the zeal and zest of a father or mother when they're full of energy to train their children reduces at older age. The time they're supposed to be enjoying the dividends of having a child, they will still be busy training children. Second question, is there any advantage of having older parents? Children given birth to by older parents are well pampered. As in the pampering will be here. Notwithstanding, this has nothing to do with the destiny of the children. It has even been proven by the antecedents in the Bible that children given birth to at older age become greater in life. Example, Isaac, Samuel, and Anobi Onyeka cases. Send that in. Good afternoon, Didi. The worry over younger and older parents is the concept that the older will die first. But it is not always that way. The young person may die first. A man can be young and physically and physiologically incapacitated. Eric Chooks, send that in. Now, so did he carry go and Mugo? My dear. Good afternoon, Sokifu. My dear people, the balanced environment you can give a child is be there for them. Some are young and agile, but the wahala that's come from those young parents is sad. Pray, pay fees, advise, and show love, and be nice to the children. Children of older young parents both have advantages. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yeah, this Oma for Uniport.
Oma, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, when we talk about old childism, what are we talking about? There are people who marry at the age of 16. And when they marry, at that time, the man at the age of 8, and the man, and that was brought up in the Christian home. They said they cannot do anything to get the woman again. And for some time, you know how men came to meet a man who is around 48 years, who get married. And they still have children, and they grow the children well.
Okay.
So what are we talking about age?
All right, we need to go on a commercial break now. Oma, thank you so much for calling. We'll be right back to round up. Stay tuned to us.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
Get ready for Tubaba live at Club Euphoria. 11th of February, yours truly come to Club Euphoria. Happy New Year, no catch up. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Come vibe with the best DJs, hype man, and comedy by Baba Funky at Club Euphoria.
33B Rumola Stadium Link Road, Port.
If you are just joining us, sadly, you missed a greater part of the conversation. However, you can always go and watch on social media. Nigeria Info page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH and on X at Nigeria Info PH. What are we talking about? Having kids at old age. You know, they say older parents are better prepared for the arrival of the children as opposed to younger parents. They've got experience, you know. But in a society like ours, having kids when you're young seems more likely and more appropriate. But then, does having kids at an old age have any impact on the child's well-being and life in general? And are there benefits of having older parents. 070-0923-0923. I'll just take one final call, read our final messages, and that will be all. We lost the call already. Denise, good afternoon. Notice that children brought up by grandmothers are very intelligent and wise because these grannies are so exposed and teach these children everything about life from the experiences. It is God that gives children at whatever age, and children should rejoice whatever age their parents are. Denise, remember some children lose parents in their 20s too. Goba Icy send that in. Nigeria Info, good afternoon. Talk to me.
Yeah, good afternoon, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Felix.
Mr. Felix, you're welcome.
Yeah. Having children in younger age, I think is more preferable because those ones in their old age, 40, 50, and so on, it's not that it's not good. Maybe that is when God has given your own child to you. But thinking about the responsibilities, the energy, to take care of these kids. When you be 70, if you are having about 3-4 children, at your 70, 70 something, energy won't be there. And there are some things you may overlook. I use myself as a case study. I got married at 26 when my wife was 21. Today I am 58.
Wow.
And I have 3 graduates already.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, fortunately and unfortunately, if I am married now, maybe I will have less than 2 children. Maybe 2 children because of the difficulties of children. But because at that time, after my service, I got a job and I said I want to get married. My parents said, no, I can't marry at that age. I want to marry. But today I'm benefiting. Why? I have 6, honestly. My 6 children.
You have 6 children?
Yes, 6.
Wow.
I have 6. Yeah, my wife. We have 6 children.
Wow.
And these 6 children, 3 are graduates already. My first daughter got married to 19.
Wow.
And she has given me grandchildren.
Already?
At 58, I have grandchildren.
Wow.
Now, of recent, my first daughter and my second child, who have also finished. My third son is in Nebe service now in his service.
Are you serious?
I have 2 girls and 4 boys.
Wow.
Now, these other ones who are equally with maybe the one married and the other one working, of recent, they paid their younger ones school fees.
Ah, wow. I'm sorry, I have to let you go now. We'll come back to conclude this conversation after the news. Thank you so much for calling. We have the news coming up in the matter of 13 seconds. Thank you so much. We'll come back to what he said, all right? Trust me, we'll just use that to round off, and then the FinTech show, and afterward, talking figures. Just stay tuned to us.
We are Nigeria Info.